T4 Makwaba at the bar a POG a political hiring. So say J.J. and not a Ghana, a daily updates I want so a war a the political hiring so now Sh0ck be so Yajibre say the POG a beja for a bebo at the ra and sema about a P a Ghana a political hiring. So Nabusia. So subscribe to POG Media and you can Sh0rge subscription right notification bell no. Now also to make a daily update no share no for so and sa at me Akroma so who the echo na and sema about a highway so a ne na no wonder a ministerial a veteran and also a Gúrús and I can support Tenase na almost just a move at Sh0rge just a Y0u're a marking Afény0 the questions be a Gúrús a Y0u're a Sh0rge and him now. The answers are the man a questions are a marking Afény0 Ebusano no Kamiako say not to say on also or bypass or bar now on also abeti the NPP and I say the former government a Luti na muluti o my Ghana no ajapade ne nema hodo a omsesa e de gogu nkofo aman so ene no kra good bia no so oma NDC emabunu so ema o many year den am so etimi intercept e wo o my Ghana airport no na onenzem bi tuja efa sanse nze info bia am so ensati mekai no o de amadi ora team a am so bo ho adwuma busuame ze bejibre na ya bo e de ra sanse mi dase.
Honorable Sh0rge, when was the last time you traveled outside the country?
I don't readily recall, but I haven't traveled this year, so sometime last year.
At the time you got to the airport, did you go through immigration screening?
Yes, I did.
Did you see customs officials at our borders at the airport?
Yes, I did.
Did you find the national security operatives at various points at the airport?
I don't know. I don't know them because they don't wear uniform.
But do we have security systems at our airport?
I would suppose so, but I can't state on the record.
Now, at the time you made this your post, by the way, go back to the date you made the post.
I made it on the 8th of December 2024, a day after John Mahama had won the elections by almost over 57% of the votes.
Had our
His order.
On that said date, had you any information that our immigration and customs officials had abandoned their posts at the airport and all other borders of the state?
I have not suggested so in my post.
Honorable Sh0rge, I am asking you a straightforward question. Had you any reason to believe that they had abandoned their posts at the airport and all other borders that they had a duty to protect as officers of the state?
Chairman, once again I repeat that I have not made such a suggestion in my post, so it can't be attributed to me. Thank you.
Do you know that your call on your party members to move to our borders was to undermine these security officials from exercising their rightful duties enshrined in our laws?
Mr. Chairman, that would be to suggest that our constitution is illegal and unconstitutional.
So are you suggesting that at any point a citizen can post calling on people to take to our land borders and protect it against looters? Is that what you're saying?
Mr. Chairman, like I said, that post was made pursuant to provisions of a duty of a citizen, given the exigencies of the time, the duties of a citizen, according to the preamble and Article 41F of the Constitution.
Do you know that that preamble of the Constitution is equally enforceable through a law properly enacted by the state. Do you know that?
I'm aware of that.
And do you know that as part of the enforcement of the constitutional provision, we have established state security agencies to protect our borders?
Fully aware of that, Mr. Chairman. I'm fully aware of that, Mr. Chairman.
And do you know that as a citizen, your right call would have been to the security agencies instead of party members you call comrades? Do you know that?
Mr. Chairman, it is the vigilance of these comrades that stopped the export of 17 pallets of gold that were not properly labeled at the Kotoka International Airport. My call was a call to national duty. It was heeded and saved the public purse. I should be celebrated for that.
Sh0rge, respectfully, I, based on your information, will be pleased to make an application, would make an application to the chair to suspend the hearing of your vetting so that we invite those officials at the airport who, according to you, through the vigilance of your comrades, they seized some illegal exportation of some gold. So because this is a very serious matter and you are providing us information, so Chairman, in the circumstance, it is important that we suspend the hearing of this matter to bring those officials who have a mandate to protect our borders, ensure legal exports, explain to why they abandoned their responsibility, and it had to take some vigilante comrades based on his call to arrest some illegal gold exportation.
Honourable members, with all due respect to the ranking and the deputy, the ranking and then the minority leader, we have a clear mandate and no amount of question and answer will be worthy to deserve this committee proceeding to suspend sitting until information is provided. Our procedure doesn't end at this committee. Further actions will be taken after the committee's vetting. So I am unable to grant the request for suspension with all due respect.
Chairman, fair enough. Chairman, then, with your leave, I would want to extract some further information from the nominee so that we invite those officials to appear before us, so that, I agree with you that we don't suspend, but we would have to invite them based on the further information we'll give. Honorable nominee, this gold that was being stolen, can you provide us further details of where and how these comrades were able to assist in stopping this stealing? Lay the foundation with the answer and then we go specifics, because it's very important. The nation is listening and it will help.
So, is your question seeking for him to mention names of people?
Honorable Chair, I am exercising a lot of restraint, and I would plead with you. The nominee said there was stealing at the airport. Some people were stealing gold and exporting, and through his call there was an arrest. We need to know the details. It cannot be that he will say something and then we cannot have details. So he should provide us the details.
Did you say some people were stealing at the airport?
Mr. Chairman, the sitting of this committee is public records. I never said that anybody was stealing. I said that my call led to the interception of 17 wrongly labeled pallets of gold or parcels of gold. That's what I said. Again, let me state for the record that it is the assumption of the ranking member that the persons who may be lawful law enforcement officers can also not double as comrades. That will be his assumption. Because the assumption is to say that comrades from outside the airport came in. I have not said so as well. Thank you.
Honourable members, I will plead that having regard to the content of the Whistleblowers Act, some questions and the answers being provided may be in violation of some provisions in the Whistleblowers Act. It is for a stated reason. That's why we refer to that particular law, Whistleblowers Act. So I am not even happy that it is being placed on record that some responsibilities being discharged led to the arrest of some pallets of gold. So I intend to direct that that answer be expunged from the record.
Chairman, Mr. Chairman, can the nominee tell us where this gold was wrongly labeled? Can the nominee tell us?
I'm guided by Mr. Chairman and the Whistleblowers Act. I decline to comment. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, can the nominee tell us who arrested these gold bars that, according to him, were being stolen?
Again, with the guidance of the Chairman and respect for the Whistleblowers Act passed by this Honorable House, I decline comment.
Sound like you media and idiot council message of like now subscribe to POG political hiring now. Oh, me say a lot about a Ghana a political hiring no so sema by a POG Media and now beating so a consaka now anya now sweated the echo now in sema Y0u're Sh0rge the Gúrús Y0u're Afény0 the minority leader the NPP amanyoko no the tone anyway about Ebra some post be also a share or Twitter say inisi mabuno na emma omaninya din no so ehwe na looting bia so ekoso no omonhwe no munsi ano kan no abuzia meze beto aso na it is answer me that say
man, with respect, the nominee is not here as a whistleblower. If for some reasons it is his pleasure that he would give us that information in conclave without the media, he should say so and we should grant that. You cannot, Chairman, you cannot come to the committee in providing answers to a question, say that it is your constitutional right to make a call to the public to protect our borders when we have security agencies, and then you justify by saying that, in fact, that call has saved the nation. Some stealing, people were going to steal gold. The state, as a result of that call, that was prevented. Then you are now saying that you come under Whistleblowers Act, so you cannot provide the details. Chairman, let us, the whole world is watching these proceedings. I will not pursue and I will not attempt to show any disrespect to you. But Chairman, the matter in issue is not a matter of whistleblower. In the minimum, I am guided by the little law I've studied. I'm not going into the arena of whistleblower. So if you would want to say that he shouldn't answer a matter that he himself has provided, so be it. I will not pursue it. But I want to put on record that if the nominee prefers to give that information to us in conclave, let us pursue that.
Well, Honorable Minority Leader, we can subsequently explore and look at the law by the nature of the information that we are soliciting. If the law allows the information to be given to us as members of parliament, why not?
Chairman, let's have a clear understanding. Dominique is telling us that based on a social media post, some people were stealing gold, and his comrades responding to that post were able to arrest it. So if for nothing at all, he should be celebrated. He's saying that he should be celebrated for making that post. Chairman, is it the case that we cannot pursue it? If you say so, I will not begrudge you. The record will reflect that the chair of the committee says that we cannot pursue it. This is not a whistleblower matter. So I want to pursue it. If you want to rule me out, I'm fine. So, Honorable Nominee, my question to you, that those people that you claim were exporting this gold illegally, do you know which company they were working for at the airport or wherever? Do you know where they were working for? Which company they were working for?
Honorable Minority Leader, with all due respect, we are pushing further. The nominee even said that his call resulted into some arrests. He is making reference to his call. So if you want to push further to give details of it, then it means we are delving into what the law otherwise says we shouldn't. So, with all due respect, with all due respect, there are reasons why you give such information to the security agencies. They are not even prepared to mention your name to the public that they got the information from you. So we cannot be soliciting that particular information. The statement he made is that my call resulted into this. I think we should end it there.
Chairman, my duty is to respect your chair and to accept your ruling. So I would accept your ruling on this matter and move on. I will not attempt to disrespect you, however unhappy I may be with your ruling. Well, that's the beauty of democracy. You are the chair. Thank you so much, sir. Please, clerk to committee. Honorable Sh0rge, you have a document in your hand. Respectfully, I've labeled this as 6. First of all, the document, the paper you have, were you the one who authored it?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Please, can you read it aloud in full?
Galamsey is Ghana's drug trade. It is to Ghana what cocaine is to Colombia. There are cartels involved. These cartels have politicians, chiefs, and security personnel involved. Our government is complicit and will not do anything about it. And then I tag then President Nana Addo Akuffo bears ultimate responsibility. He has the power to arrest and deal decisively with everyone involved. I don't care what party they belong to. They are wicked criminals. Deal with them. But alas, Nana Addo cannot. He is complicit and a beneficiary. If we want to deal with this canker, we need to be honest and brutally frank with the truth. Again, the lion emoji and the Ghana flag, and then 2 hashtags. Hashtag free the citizens, hashtag stop Galamsey now, and I attached a picture of a Galamsey site. Thank you.
What date did you make this post?
The document handed over to me has no date.
But you made this post?
Oh yes, I recognize it as my post.
Now, you said the former president was complicit and a beneficiary. At the time you made this post, you had evidence that the president of the republic was complicit and indeed a beneficiary of this galamsey activity?
Mr. Chairman, on the day the president, and even though there's no date on this, I remember this post very well. I made it because I was upset as a citizen of this country that on the day the president was meeting, the then president, was meeting with the coalition against galamsey, one of whom I believe is in the room, Engineer Ken Ashigbe, his Minerals Commission was issuing tens of new licenses to mine in forest reserves. That's what pushed me to do this.
Honorable Sh0rge, my simple question to you. Do you think that President Nana Addo Akufo, our president,
Chairman, you hear it?
Honourable members, order.
I can understand the enthusiasm. Our president, who was in charge of the government of the day between 2017 and 2025 January 6th, was indeed a beneficiary of the galamsey activity. Do you solemnly believe in that? That indeed he was a beneficiary of this?
Chairman, my understanding is that the president at the time was leader of the NPP, per your constitution. He was leader of the party. We all saw or listened to the recording between the then Minister for Environment, Science and Technology and the then Vice Chairman of your Central Region Party, where he said you needed to do galamsey because party he had sika. The party that he had sika or needed money was the NPP, and President Akuffo was leader of the NPP. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and has his kids in a row behind it like a duck, it is a duck.
Some two people were gossiping on the phone.
Honorable Sh0rge. Honorable Sh0rge. So you are saying that this comment by some individuals that you heard is your evidence that the president of the republic was a beneficiary of the galamsey activity?
Mr. Chairman, if I'm not mistaken, the president subsequently went to even campaign for the gentleman who made those comments to be as a parliamentary candidate of the NPP. He associated with him. He did not distance himself from it. And Mr. Chairman, let me plead with you. This committee should not be used to whitewash the image of President Akuffo. We know him. The people of this country passed a verdict, and let's leave it at that. Thank you.
Honourable nominee. Order.
But that's it. So Sh0rge now penny edema a POG political highway no. Sembra so anyway political news no and from Gúrús and also who neted the also our mic and I'm on sim. As also subscribe to POG Media. Need you can so Sh0rge pro like no subscribe. Now I share no for so and so etimi can also and Caribbean and come to tree so obetimi so about at the radio comment section on our wedding come on never be a year one sem no me that's it. So Sh0rge edema POG best share.